We got ourselves a Star Atlas competition, y'all. I'm just trying my American accent. You hate it? I hate it too. Don't worry. I'm never going to do that again. Don't worry. So, this is MetaVerse Explorer, updating you on Star Atlas, what is happening. By the way, I'm going for a small vacation, so I might not release a video for a while, but I've got a little short one as a surprise for you, my friends. Star Atlas Game Jam, a long time ago in a metaverse far, far away. We have a new Star Atlas context, ladies and gentlemen. It's with the Sandbox, another popular metaverse game in Ethereum and in crypto generally. It's like kind of looks like a voxel game, kind of like really blocky. Some people, it's got a very robust community, being honest, and a lot of people are behind it. It's very easy for them to make items out from the game. Let's read some of the description for the contest and see if you can edit it. And let's have a look at the damn prize, because as always, the prize is huge, man. Explorers, you mesmerized us a few months ago with your amazing creations that you dreamed up for the Star Atlas Vox Edit contest. Let's have a quick look at that contest, guys. Let's see the contest that you guys won. This is the blondish headpiece. So remember, this was a contest that you had to make an asset. They gave you some ideas, and people created their own assets. This is the one that got 10th place. This is the one that got 9th place. I think you were supposed to make a rendition of what an oyster or what like the species in Star Atlas looked like. Although he lost most of his body and look at, oh yeah, this is the little animation one that we saw. They considered a remote planet. Some of these are pretty cool. Some of these are pretty cool, right? Do you remember these? These were some really good submissions. Let's go ahead and look at the top 3, shall we? 3rd place was an oyster. I'm very happy to win. My work was inspired by oyster. I love animations and want to do Star Atlas the movie as voxel art animation in the Sandbox. And 1st place, this one was pretty cool. This looks like, it reminds me of like Alien vs Predator or something. So cool, so cool. So that was the old contest, right? We have a new contest, ladies and gentlemen. During your journey back to your home planet, you encountered a technical difficulty causing your spaceship to crash. You managed to get out of the wreck alive, but you're now stranded on an alien planet in the high-risk zone, the HRZ. What will you encounter there? Will you manage to leave the planet alive, or only time will tell? What are the prizes for this, ladies and gentlemen? 30,000 sand and Star Atlas prizes. Just to give you some context, 30,000 sand is $23,000, guys. $23,000 for this damn prize. I wish I would just go to uni and do this prize myself to try and win something here. But granted, it's not just 23,000 for one person. It's actually 7.5 grand for 7.5 thousand sand for each of the winners, right? So let's have a look at how much that actually is. That's still $5,500 for placing in this prize. Isn't that crazy? $5,500. As well as you get 3 Star Atlas space keys, 3 Fimble air bikes, which are worth roughly, I don't know, like $2.50 each. And then a Fimble Lobby, which the VWAP of the Lobby is, I think, $60. It might be trading around the $40 or $30 mark at the moment. So that's like $100 there, and that's like $10 there, and that's like $5,500 there. Some important dates for you. The Game Jam begins on October 7th. Deadline is November 13th. Gathering submissions will vote and take place on 14th to December 11th. The result will be announced on December 17th. Some guidelines for you guys. They just say, make it yourself. Make sure you have a time limit. It's actually more than 5 minutes, and not just go and collect this thing. So actually what they're asking you is make a game. Make a game in Star Atlas. What I think is going to happen here is that we're able to go and import some of these games into the Star Atlas metaverse. We're kind of bootstrapping content already into Star Atlas, and I really, really hope this is what's going to happen. As well as the headpieces and all the animations and stuff, I wish these guys are able to port it into the Star Atlas metaverse. Because Star Atlas is very big, you know, you can have all these games as mini games in there. What makes your entry valid? Must be at least 5 minutes. Use 25 different assets, follow the storyline and theme. Experience must be created after the start date. Any experiences built for previous game jams cannot be used. And the Sandbox members have the right to remove any entry they see unfit. How are you going to submit it? Use the Game Maker Gallery. And so far, I just wanted to let you know, one person in the Star Atlas Discord has created a small game. a little small one. He's just started it. It's Elon Tusk. Pun on the words, it's the guy from I think not Futurama. It's the guy from Rick and Morty. It's a play on Elon Musk. He has really giant tusks, so he's Elon Tusk. It's funny. It's funny, okay. Okay, so back to this. He's got some kind of giant room already that he's started creating a game in. You can see the Star Atlas symbol just right there, as well as a little portal up there and also a portal up here. So you can probably walk up to this portal and exit this portal. There's a little space radar ship there and other portals all the way across. Now let's actually have a look at it from the game editing point of view. This is what it looks like. Can you see? So he was standing over here. That's where he is with the little, oh, you can't see. There, he's standing right there, and you can walk away all the bottom, and then he's got a Star Atlas logo in the middle, and that's where we were seeing. See that little portal above there, and lots of different portals as well, and there's little spaceships going back and forth. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I really want to see some of the little mini games where people are able to create, and hopefully I can go and play some of these mini games because I want to play them, right? I want Star Atlas content. Now, this is a short video, so I'm going to leave it there, but before we go, I've got some Foundation Room Alpha for you guys. Foundation Room Alpha. Remember, anything I show you here is extremely subject to change. It is probably 90% going to change. So the Star Atlas team do try and answer our questions, but as we know, game development takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, and things have to change. They have to pivot. So let's have a look at some of the questions that people ask and some of the replies that have been given. So Chipto is one of the main guys at Star Atlas. He's mainly responsible as well for Scream. He's not a physicist. He does help with like what do you call it? Rockets and spaceships and spaceship manufacturing and how things are supposed to work. I don't know his specific qualifications. Chipto, I'm sorry, man. I have really bad memory. I apologize. So Chipto, no research or crafting time reduction with Atlas in the design currently. So someone was asking, can you speed up your crafting or your research tech tree? Maybe even player progression by spending Atlas. And of course, this is not a good thing to do because this is literally the pay to win kind of gaming. We don't really want that, right? Yes, it can be lucrative, but we don't want that. It could be a great Atlas sync, but we don't want that. That gives my time way less more, that gives my time, makes my time way less valuable than someone else's. No research or crafting time reduction with Atlas in the current design. Crafting is tied to crew member staffing and later on the facility quality, crew member experience, and license perk progression. So these three are way far off. What's close now is actually the crew member staffing. And remember, the Thimble Airbike is the cheapest crew member you can get at the moment at $2. Every other ship that's large, extra large, capital commander class ships, they have each of their crew members are super specialized and also super expensive for the price of the entire ship. If you want the cheapest crew member, buy a Thimble Airbike. Okay, let's look at the next thing that Chipto said. What's a license perk? Someone asked them a license perk. Careers are encapsulated by a license system. But first off, that's many different systems that work there, right? There is a career system first. Okay, careers. So what are you? A pirate hunter? Are you a crafter? Are you a scavenger? Are you a rescue, flight and rescue? Are you a transporter? Are you a freighter? There's lots of different careers, right? They're encapsulated by a license system. So now there's a whole separate system that kind of complements the career system. So let's say you'll need a license in the pirate hunting guild, or you'll need a license in the medical or scavenging guild. Say, I want to go out and I want to go and do this. You have to have a license first. How are you going to get that license? We don't know. You might have to do some earlier tasks for them or an introductory quest with them. We don't know yet, right? This will be a major form of progression once we roll out that system. So they're thinking about a whole bunch of different stuff, okay? Next up, Chipto. There was a question here. I didn't quite see it, but no change. This was about the target of Scream. So when is it really going to come out? A lot of people are thinking Scream is not going to make it by the end of this year, but let's get surprised, shall we? Chipto said, no change on our target to deliver a Scream playable experience this year. We have been aggressively managing scope to ensure this. We want to get something out sooner rather than later in order to start testing, refining, and incrementally updating. It will be nice to have both our showroom and Scream pipelines working in parallel such that there is a constant stream of updates and content. So, Scream might be coming at the end of the year, right? It might be coming. Take it with a grain of salt, might be coming. But it might not be the Scream that we want. It might be like a super streamlined, bare bones version for us to actually play, right? Or playing as well. That's another thing as well. So playing indicates there might be some game loops for us to go in and out of, but we'll have to see, because their scope right now, they're trying to make the scope super fine so that they can get that item delivered very quickly, and that's what they want. Okay, and Funcracker as well, Fearless Leader. This is awesome to hear. We want to play Scream 2. Managing expectations a bit. Managing scope means not all gameplay loops will be available, and we would have testing phases that don't have real economic loops turned on yet. But we prefer to have players interacting and giving feedback sooner. So this is exactly what I said, guys. Okay, it might not be the fully fledged thing, but we'll get a small snippet, a small game loop, 1 or 2, 3 game loops out about. First game loop might be fighting, might be PvP. We'll have to see. Then, of course, different game loops come in, scavenging or different mining game loops, maybe another rescue game loop, a scavenging game loop, a trading game loop, whatever it's going to be. We're going to get something very, very small first so that they can refine that, get some feedback from us, you, me, watching this video right now. We're going to play it, and we're going to give them some feedback, and we're going to make it better, because that's what we want. That's it, guys. Pepe's here. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm out. Ciao. Hey, that was a good ending. I think so.